Hey, what's up, everybody? What are we getting into today, Karen?
Today, we're diving into the world of whiskey with one of our absolute favorites, 1792. We're going to explore its rich aroma, its unique taste, and the stories behind the label. Let's get into it.
Ah, 1792. A whiskey that's been my personal favorite for many, many years now. But today we're not just sipping, we're exploring it. We'll start by going over what's on the label. And labels tend to give away a little bit of a gateway to the whiskey's past, believe it or not.
Then we're going to indulge in the aroma, the prelude of its rich flavors that await us when we get to drink it. As we taste it, we're going to share why 1792 has been Dave's favorite for so long. And in the future videos, we're going to still see if it actually holds true today, if it's still his absolute favorite in our collection.
The rest of them have a lot to live up to because it's something that's solidified in my past right now. But I'm sure there's better out there. I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got our whiskeys poured here.
We do.
So let's start out with the aroma.
Okay.
And I will say that the moment you actually open a bottle and you just smell it, it's very inviting.
It is.
What are your thoughts on it?
I think it smells very good. It's not too strong, not too harsh smelling. It just smells good. Kind of warm and comforting smell, if that makes sense.
I agree. It seems like I'm not going to choke on it. I don't need to shoot it, if that's the right term.
Yeah.
I don't need to hold my nose and shoot it down real quick just to get the effects of it. I can sit and enjoy it.
Yeah. It's definitely the kind where you're going to sit around a fire and just enjoy the smell of it, enjoy a nice sip or two.
Do we get to taste it yet?
I hope so. Let's get to tasting.
You want to taste it? How about you go ahead?
Okay. Well, I just smelled it again. But that's good. It's definitely good. Again, it doesn't have a very harsh taste to it. It's warm when it goes down. Doesn't taste like a Band-Aid like some things do that I taste.
Some do.
I'm on the picky side when it comes to tasting whiskey.
Even the expensive ones. This is not overly expensive. I consider this a fairly reasonable bottle, actually. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, it's definitely a journey in itself when it comes to the taste of it. It's unique. How would you describe it?
Well, let's see what the bottle actually describes it as. I'm literally going to read it word for word. Named in honor of the year Kentucky joined the United States. 1792 small batch bourbon is made from marriage of a few select barrels carefully chosen by our master distiller. Now, I'm not going to continue on with it, but that pretty much shows the history. A lot of people don't even read the label and realize what 1792 is even about. Mm-hmm. Even though the distillery actually was established in 1879, they wanted to honor that date because it was so important in Kentucky's history.
That's good to know. That's a good history lesson. You don't really know a lot about the stuff you buy, so diving a little into it is kind of interesting.
So if you were going to rate it out of 10, what would your opinion, ignoring as that it is my favorite, but for you?
Based on how picky I am about my whiskey, I usually go for like a peanut butter, but this is actually really good. From me sipping it, I would give it honestly probably a 9 because I can actually enjoy it and I'm not overwhelmed by it.
Is there ever a time you would pick it over, let's say, a glass of wine? Honestly.
You know what? I would say so because occasionally I do want one, like if I'm sitting in a, nice restaurant, a relaxing atmosphere.
Maybe a speakeasy type setting.
Exactly, speakeasy. I was thinking of that. We went to one.
More relaxed.
Yes, absolute speakeasy. I would have one of these over like a martini or something. I would say bougie, but
Why
classy
not?
maybe. I don't
Classy,
know.
bougie,
I don't know
it's the same thing.
But yeah. I would.
For me, because of the price. If I don't factor in the price, I give it a 9. If I factor in the price of it, I give it a 10. Because it's not saying there's not better whiskeys out there, but you may be spending $100, $200 to get a whiskey that comes close to this. And that's just my personal opinion.
That's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. You know, we don't overpay when it comes to whiskeys. We like something that's reasonable. And that definitely is. And it's something that's good, you know, we always have in house. So we sit it on the counter and
it's complex. It has character. It's a pleasure to share with other people. The name is very memorable.
It is.
And things like that. It has its history. It's been around for a long time for a reason.
Yeah. Absolutely agree.
In closing, any other thoughts about it? Is this something that will stay in our cabinet? Well, even if you don't like it, I'm keeping it in my cabinet.
Oh, it's always going to be in the cabinet.
if I wasn't around, is it something you would buy regularly?
No. And not because I don't like it. It's because I don't drink whiskey all the time, and when I do, it's going to be a peanut butter or something a little different. I don't know.
I will say this: the more whiskeys you've tried, you're more adapting to the flavors of it, and broadening out from just your typical white wine.
You've got a good point, Dave.
That's why we do this stuff.
Exactly, and to help you guys buy your whiskey.
All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for the next one.
Yep, that's it. Bye.